Alright, I'm coming up to the top of a ridge. I've been climbing steadily now for a little while, and it's very noticeable how much the wind has picked up. If I'm in a situation where I need to camp, sun's going down and I got to make a campsite, I don't think this is where I would want to be. Up high in the winter may not be the place to be because of wind. Then again, down low in the winter may not be the place to be because of all the cold air sinking into the valley. So you've got to sort of get out of the wind and not be in that cold pool of air. Maybe on the side, the sunny side of a hill is a better place to be. So I'm going to walk along here and try to keep my eyes open for good campsites. Even though I have no intention of camping here tonight, at least I'll have an idea of what I can do and where the best place is. I want to bring up right now, because it's on my mind, related to a campsite, is you have to really look closely at your campsite. I just walked past a yellow jacket. He was hanging out in the trail. Their nest might be right in the middle of the trail. I've encountered that. A buddy of mine and I were hiking. He was walking ahead of me on a trail. We weren't off in the boonies. He stirred up the yellow jackets, and then they all stung me. I came second and they all stung me. Or at least some of them did. So when you get your campsite, really pay attention and look around closely. A lot of wind here on top. I don't think I'd want to camp up here. Too exposed. Here's another possibility of a shelter site. Got a great big rock here with an overhang, a bit of an outcrop. I'm kind of getting back up high where the wind is, however, so it may not be the absolute best place, but it's an option. So again, I'm keeping my eyes open as I hike, never intending to actually camp here, but you never know. Okay, here's another rock outcropping that might be a little more suitable. If we go in here a little bit, get out of this glare. I can see that there's a nice soft area here. There may already be an inhabitant here, so I'm going to be very careful. But these little rocky areas that have the overhang, it looks like some fairly soft ground here. I might be able to squeeze in here. Again, the wind is kind of scooting through here, so I might have to rig a windbreak if I was going to camp here. But this might be a good spot too. Now, here's a tree that has fallen over, and there are some definite shelter possibilities here. When I look up, I don't see any widowmakers that could fall and harm me if I set up my shelter here, if I set up my campsite here. I'm nowhere near water, so I don't have to worry about a flash flood. So I'm close enough to water that I can get it when I need it. Look at this big tree here, laying down, just ready for me to put a shelter over it. I'd be able to build a fire. I probably want my shelter opening to be here on the left side. I would probably put my shelter roof and materials on the back side of this, on the right side, and be able to build my fire and be very happy and cozy here. So I've finally found a really good camp spot. It doesn't break any of the rules. There's a trail here, but it's off the trail. It's a side trail. It's more of a game trail. That itself is interesting. There may be game that come through here, and if so, there may be an opportunity for me to set up snares if I need to, if I was going to be here for a long time where I needed food. When I teach the Boy Scouts the 7 priorities, food is the dead last. You can go very long time and be extremely unhappy, but you can go for a very long time without food. But you do need shelter right away, and this is a good choice. There's plenty of fire making materials that are off the ground. If you look, there are lots of dead limbs that are off the ground and not soaking in the undergrowth. So I could have dry firewood, and it's medium-sized to small-sized wood. So I don't really have to have a saw or an axe to process it. I can just feed it on in. This is a really good spot, guys.